Hello, 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 everybody. I am Tanika Steens. This is Mind Your Business, and I am your host, the mindful coach and life enthusiast. And tonight, I was supposed to have a guest, but unfortunately, they didn't show up. So here I am. So I started thinking, Mind Your Business is mental intentions to nurture and drive your business. What does that necessarily mean? I thought since I didn't have a guest tonight, I would take the time to come and talk to you about that a little bit, just so you could get a little bit more insight on what it is I do. Because I talk to a lot of people that don't even know that I have a business or what it is. And so your full mind life is about your mental well being, who you are holistically, what you do and why you do it. And so a couple of years ago, I started thinking about life and what our purpose is, what we do, why we do it, and how we absorb our space and time and our energy. And so I started thinking, okay, so I'm back. Hopefully, you're still with me. Anyways, I was talking about why I started my business. And so I started this thing 6 years ago. And when I started it, a lot of people didn't really understand fully where I was trying to go with it. But then 6 months ago, when I relaunched it, it seemed like the perfect time because at that time, mental illness was really on the rise. But not only was mental illness on the rise, but there was a lot of other things that were going on as well. It was the perfect time where people could start actually looking at their own talents and their own resources and what they could do to better themselves. And so that really helped me to understand how I can help people on a different level. And so that's why I started Your Full Mind Life. And that's how Mind Your Business came to be. Because we shouldn't be so busy worried about what everybody else is doing. where we can't be handling our own situations. And so we should be so ingrained in making sure that our life is full and that we have everything that we need to succeed, that we can't be concerned with what everybody else is doing. And so what I do is I help you to structure a life plan, to put together a strategy, to set goals that emphasizes on what your talents are, how to utilize your resources, how to put together a plan that is going to work for you, to put everything in place that is going to set you up for a successful future, whether that be running your own business, going back to school, getting a career, doing something that is going to empower you to make you have the best success in life that you could possibly have. And that's why we call it your full mind life. Because in order to do that, you have to get your mind in the right place. And we start with mindfulness. We teach you how to get your thoughts in order. We teach you how to get your mind organized. And because the way you think shapes how everything else in your life works. So if you get your thoughts organized, you get your life organized. If you get your thoughts in order, you get your life in order. If you get your mind right, you get your life right. And so when you start thinking the right things, you start putting the right thoughts in your mind, you start putting the right ideals in your mind, you start putting the right efforts together, and you start doing the right things, and it benefits you. And so I believe that we all have success in us. It's just about bringing it out of us. And so sometimes we sit around and we do nothing because we don't know what to do. And sometimes we need to be held accountable for our actions. And sometimes we need to be led, and sometimes we need to be shown a way. Sometimes we need help and we don't know how to ask for it. Well, I'm here to tell you there's help. There's help out there. And that's why I created this platform, to show you the different tools and the different resources and the different ways to go about finding that. And so there's no more excuses. Right now, we have an opportunity to be able to explore and do whatever it is that we put our minds to. But first, we have to have a healthy mind. We have to make sure that we have our thoughts in the right place. We have to make sure that we have our mentality in the right place. We have to make sure that we are not so bothered and bogged down by things that we should not be concerned with. And so we have to be able to think in a way that's going to help us and not hurt us. And a lot of times when we get in depressive states or in states where we are consumed by worry, it's because we don't know any other way. And so, again, I have studied this, I have researched it, I have looked at so many different ways of how the brain works and how it's structured and how the thoughts can hold us back and keep us hostage and drain the very life out of us. And so I've been working hard to put programs together so that I can help encourage and enrich people to live better lives, to be able to build a foundation, not just to get wealth, but to have a healthier way of looking at things. And the thing is, once you understand how to feed your mind, you're feeding your spirit, and everything else will fall into place. And so if you know how to nourish your mind, it will get your body active and healthfully moving in the right direction. A lot of times, diseases are brought on by the dis-ease of how our bodies are feeling. And I'll never forget the first time my husband talked to me about that. He was saying it's because we're so at unease in our bodies. We're not at rest. We are so dysfunctional in how we do things. It's what causes us to be stressed. It's what causes us to be in pain. It's what causes us to have different things go on within our bodies. And it causes us emotional failures. And so when we learn how to be emotionally intelligent, when we're strengthened in our minds and we're strengthened in our souls, we're strengthened in our bodies, it helps us to have longevity. It helps us to continue to be able to go on. And so when you hear people say, I don't look like what I've been through, it's because they understand how to be replenished in their mind. They understand how to think on things in a different way, and they don't let those things bog them down. And so that's why I created the business that I created, so that I can help people see things in a different way. And it's not just built off of something that I made up. This has been around for a very long time. Some people call it a lot of different things. But what I can tell you is it comes from our one and only creator. His name is God. And if we can learn to have a better understanding of what our creator wanted from us, he said, think on this, things that are lovely. He wants us to think on things that are higher, things that are above us, not things that are below us. And so if we can set our sights on things that are above, and if we keep reaching up and we aspire for things that are up, then we can't be brought down. But see, a lot of times we surround ourselves with mediocrity. We surround ourselves in situations with likeness, so that way we can feel like we fit in, or we can feel appreciated. But sometimes we have to step outside of our comfort zones. Sometimes we have to rise above those comfort levels, so that we can get in a place that we can be elevated, so that we can get in a place that we can rise above, because that's what God wants for us. He wants us to have abundance. He wants us to be in a well state of mind. And he wants us to be free to be able to do that. And so in order to do that, we have to have a full operating mind, body, and soul. And we have to be free of worry and fear and doubt and all of those things. And again, that's why I came up with this business. And so when I talk about mindfulness, it's not about doing any kind of meditation where I am calling on spirits or anything like that. Because every time I talk to someone about it, they always say, well, that scares me. Well, you know what? Anything that you don't know about, it will scare you. But when you start to learn about things and you start to understand the benefits that it has for you, you'll start realizing the better it is for you, then you might want some more of it. Because we do a lot of things that aren't good for us, that aren't healthy for us, and we consume it all day long. But things that are good for us, we tend to shy away from it. And so let's learn to be a little bit more mindful. Let's learn to be encouraged by things that are going to help us and not hinder us. Let's learn to seek those things that are going to add to us and not take away from us. And that's what it's all about. And so mindful intentions nourish and nurture and drive your business. That's what Mind Your Business is all about. Being mindful, being intentional, nurturing and driving your business, whatever that might be. Whatever your gift is, whatever your skill is, whatever your talent is, it's what you have. It's specific to you and what you can do. If you need help bringing that thing to fruition, to enhance it, to make it go, that's what I do. I consult, I help people build on their dreams. Let me help you. If you are stuck in a situation and you don't know which way to turn and you need a way out, and you're almost there and you just don't know what quite to do, let me help you to see if I can guide you on that journey. That's what I do. There are people out there that are setting people up for failure. And it's funny because we talked about imposter syndrome not too long ago. And I see a young lady that's going to be doing a class on imposter syndrome. And then I see another young lady that's talking about being a fake because she was told, she went through these programs and she did this training and she was told, now just go out there and market yourself as this. But she doesn't have the background in it. She's done the training, but she doesn't have a leg to stand on because she actually hasn't coached anybody yet. You know, it's easy to have all these titles and certificates, but you haven't done it yet. And so it's good to have this training and it's good to have these certifications and it's good to have these titles. But if you don't have anything to show for it, you're not going to be leading anybody anywhere but astray. The blind leading the blind. You've got to be able to stand behind what you're producing. You've got to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk. You've got to be able to show people what you're doing really is making sense. You've got to be able to show people that what you're doing is really making a difference. And so I'm telling you right now, I relaunched this business in August. And I went from August to December. And in that time frame, from the time I very first launched this back in 2014, I didn't do a whole lot with the business. I had probably about 3 customers or 3 clients in that 6-year time. And I worked a full-time job. I served on a couple of boards. I did things in the community. And I didn't really do a lot in that time frame. But I'm telling you, from the time that I relaunched this business in August to now, I've okay, so I've had 5 clients that have come on board. I've got a project in Africa. I had one client that just came on board and paid in full right away. And so I'm telling you, it's all about it's all about how you look at things. It's all about how you feel about yourself and how you believe yourself. And so it's me that matters. It's what you think about yourself. It's not necessarily what others think about you. It's about what you think about you that makes the difference. And it starts in your mind. And so don't worry about what people can or cannot be done. It's about what's inside of you, what your spirit is, and how you feel. Because if you don't feel good on the inside, it's going to show on the outside. But that can be changed. It can be turned around. This life is for you to live, and it's for you to live in abundance and in joy. You were created with a purpose, with a hope and a future. And so don't just let another second go by not understanding what that is. If there's something that you have been with a burning desire to do, something that you feel like people might laugh at you or they might talk about you or they might think it's crazy, don't worry about it. Give me a call. I don't think it's crazy. There's nothing you can tell me that I will think that is crazy, because if it's something that's inside of you and you can speak it, then it's something that can be done. Let me help you with that. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. I give free discovery calls. I give 15 minutes where you can just ask the coach anything, but I give 60 minutes discovery calls where we can talk about your goals and your aspirations and a direction that you might want to take. And I also have other coaches that I work with and different resources that I can point you in different directions. And so I know branding coaches and I know different consultants, and just it's so much information out there and people that I network with, not just here in Indiana, but across the globe. Right now, I am working on a project in Kampala, Uganda, with over 100 women that I have put together a project that I've been training them for the last 3 weeks, that we've been working together, helping them become sustainable, learning and teaching them different things for jobs and careers. They're going to start learning about nutrition, and they're going to start learning about hair care, which I'm not teaching them those things. I've got other people that's coming in that's teaching them that. But I've been teaching them things about emotional intelligence and time management and self-awareness and all kind of different things. That's just getting them ready to be able to be successful. These women are so excited to learn new things that they haven't learned before. And we have these opportunities right here. We have doors that are open for us right here. And these people are all the way in Africa that have reached out to partner and work with me right here. And they are excited for what we have to offer them. And so if you would love an opportunity to work with Your Full Mind Life and to find out how we can help you with your goals, your dreams, how to start your business, how to get your website up and running, how to become a life coach, how to become a mindful coach, how to do whatever it is that you have a talent to do, give us a call and let's see how we can help you bring those dreams to life. Whatever it might be. You might be a writer. Let us help you with that. There are a lot of websites out there that need people to help them write copy. You might be one of those people that they could use. I mean, there is a lot of things going on out there that they need good people to help. So you might have a talent. Don't sleep on that talent. People need you. And especially in this time right now, it looks like there's scarcity going on, but truthfully, right now, there are so many opportunities that can be taking place. New job creations can be taking place. We can create and we can invent new things, new ideals, and new ways. This is the prime time. Don't waste this opportunity. This is your chance to make a difference right now. And so come check me out, yourfullmindlife.com. Come be a part of the community. Learn what we do over here. We're all about helping in our community, helping our neighbors, being a friend where we can, and know that everything that we can do to help better the lives of others, we are going to do that. And so whatever it takes to help someone be encouraged, we're going to do that as well. So give us a call, find out how we can help you. You can send us an email at tanika.l.steens@yourfullmindlife.com. You can reach us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and also listen to the podcast. We've got some really great things going on. I mean, from the time we started this podcast, it is really taken off, and it is going in a direction that I never even thought possible. But right now, we are halfway to 300 listeners, which is awesome, saying that we just started the podcast, I think, in December. And so I mean, it's amazing what God can do if you just allow him to lead you and if you're obedient. So don't ever give up on your dreams or your goals of whatever God has for you, because it's for you. Let him use you. Let him fulfill that purpose in your life. He gave it to you. So let it happen. Go with it. Don't give up. Don't be dismayed. Don't doubt. Let me help you on your journey. Now, again, like I said, I was supposed to have a guest tonight, but they didn't make it. So I don't know what happened. But when you make a commitment, stick to it. Show up. Be your best you. Be in your right mind. Be in your full mind. This is your life. So go mind your business And remember, as always, you were created with a purpose. God bless you. And until next time, have a good evening. Thanks for watching.